Amazon Prime is one of the most popular streaming platforms in the world, and fantasy TV shows are more in demand now than they have ever been before, thanks to hit fantasy TV shows like Game of Thrones and The Witcher. So it should come as no surprise that Amazon has some excellent fantasy TV shows in the works. And in this video, I will recommend to you 5 great upcoming fantasy TV shows getting released to Prime Video in the very near future. But before we begin, don't forget, if you love anything to do with historical movies, fantasy TV shows and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel, History Spark. At number 5, it is Warhammer 40,000, an upcoming dark science fantasy TV series based on the incredibly popular tabletop war game, in which humanity fights for survival in the grim darkness of the far future where there is only war and devastation. This upcoming series will be a joint venture between Amazon MGM Studios and Games Workshop, with Henry Cavill starring in the series and being an executive producer as well, since he has been a lifelong Warhammer fan and is hugely passionate about the universe, making him a great addition to the cast and the production team. Warhammer 40,000 officially entered development in December 2024 after finalizing creative agreements between Amazon and Games Workshop. And Amazon has already stated that Warhammer 40,000 is the first installment of a larger cinematic universe covering multiple Warhammer projects. So although there's still a lot we don't know about this upcoming Warhammer fantasy TV show, I am still positive that this series will do a great job of bringing Warhammer to the small screen to entice existing audiences and new audiences as well. At number 4, it is Powerless, an upcoming fantasy romance series based on the incredibly popular Romantasy trilogy by Lauren Roberts, in which the powerless ordinaries are hunted by the elite who possess supernatural abilities in the kingdom of Ilya. This upcoming series will be developed by Amazon's MGM Studios and will have Daphne Ferrero serving as the showrunner and primary head writer as well. Powerless officially entered development in the summer of 2025 after the rights were acquired by producers Will Gluck and Lyrical Media in late 2024. So far there have been no casting announcements made for the show yet, but author Lauren Roberts has expressed great interest in finding a brand new actor to play the beloved character of Prince Kai rather than an established name within the industry. Amazon has already committed to adapting the first book for the debut season, with the potential to expand into the full trilogy if there's enough demand. So if you enjoy fantasy TV shows and have an Amazon Prime subscription, then you should definitely be keeping an eye out on Powerless when it gets released to the platform at some point in probably 2027. At number 3, it is Fourth Wing, an upcoming fantasy romance series based on the incredibly popular book talk sensation by Rebecca Yarros, in which the 20-year-old Violet Sorrengail is forced to abandon her quiet life as a scribe and enter the brutal world of Basgiath War College to become a dragon rider where the only rule is graduate or die. This upcoming series will be a joint venture again by Amazon MGM Studios and Michael B. Jordan's Outlier Society Productions, with Meredith Averill now serving as showrunner after replacing the original showrunner Moira Walley-Beckett, who exited the project in July 2025 for unknown reasons. However, it does seem likely that Fourth Wing won't premiere until at least 2027, more realistically 2028, so we still do have a few years to go before we can determine if this fantasy TV series will be a hit or not for Amazon Prime. At number 2, it is the Atlas 6, an upcoming dark fantasy series in which 6 uniquely talented magicians are selected to earn a place in the Alexandrian Society, the eternally powerful secret society that serves as caretakers of lost knowledge from the greatest civilizations in history. This upcoming series will be developed by Amazon in collaboration with Brightstar, and author Olive E. Blake will be serving as executive producer as well. The Atlas 6 officially entered development in December 2021, but the project has remained largely quiet since its initial announcement. So yes, it is true that there's still a lot we don't know about the Atlas 6, and the project appears to be in extended development limbo, but the premise of the series seems pretty interesting and I'm looking forward to watching it when the series does eventually get released. And the top spot on this list goes to God of War, an upcoming fantasy series based on the extremely popular PlayStation exclusive video game, in which the Spartan warrior Kratos, who after a life of conflict and suffering seeks a more peaceful existence in the Norse world with his son. But he is constantly challenged by his violent past and a new pantheon of Norse gods who have a vendetta against him. This upcoming series will be a joint venture between Amazon and Sony, and this TV series will be helmed by the legendary showrunner Ronald D. Moore, with God of War set to begin production in March of 2026 in Vancouver, with casting still underway and nothing has been confirmed as of yet. But huge stars like Jason Momoa and Dwayne Johnson have been attached with this project to star as Kratos, but these are just rumors at this point and are totally unsubstantiated. But it will be great to have a top tier actor involved with this project. And Amazon has already committed to at least 2 seasons of the series, despite the project having already gone through a creative reboot in late 2024. So although we don't know all that much about God of War yet, it is still the fantasy TV show I am most looking forward to watching on Amazon Prime Video in the near future. So let me know in the comments down below if there are any other great upcoming fantasy TV shows on Amazon Prime that I may have missed out on. And as always, if you want to stay up to date with everything to do with fantasy movies, historical TV shows, and fantasy TV shows, then subscribe to my channel History Spark. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.